Well, hello. If you own a recent model BMW Sport Touring bike, you have different choices for top boxes. You can buy aftermarket top boxes from GV, from Shad, and I think from SW Motec, for example, or you can buy a BMW top box. The BMW top boxes are significantly more expensive. However, they fit the bike really nice and they work well, and they're very well made. BMW to date has kept a standardized rack on the back of these things. This particular bike, as you know, is a 2016 RT, and this trunk is a brand new trunk, but it was initially designed for the previous generation of touring bikes, the 2005 RT, the K1200 GT and K1300 GT, but it still fits the new bikes. Now, when you buy an RT, if you go to the counter and ask for a BMW top box, they'll suggest one of two options for you, even though there's a third. The first option they'll suggest is an unpowered new top box. It's identical to the K1600 GT top box without the power, without the central locks, without the interior light. And I'm not even sure it has the interior flocking and carpet. And that's fairly expensive. I think here in Canada it's about $1,100. Or you can buy the fully powered RT top box, which is, once again, it's the same basic box as the K1600 GT and GTL. It has flocking, carpeting, power locks if you have central locking system, and of course the interior LED light, and can also accept a exterior LED accessory brake light. And that box here in Canada is about $1,500. I think it's actually more expensive in the United States, believe it or not. So very expensive. Now the thing about the RT version of that box is they don't come painted the color of the bike. I think they only come in two colors, I believe. So that's fine, and you might be happy to choose those kinds of boxes. However, the old box that used to fit the bike, which here in Canada is about $800, still fits the new version. And now it's really a no-frills box, but there's a couple benefits to it that I'd like to share with you. So first things first, why would you choose this box aside from the price? Well, the biggest benefit to this particular box is that it can be popped off with the turn of the key and a flip of the handle. The K16 box and the box that BMW intends to sell the most of for this bike have a system where you open up the box, you turn it dial to unlock it, you unplug the wire if it's powered, and you lift the box off like a normal cardboard box and put it down somewhere. So it's not designed to be popped off and on easily. This particular box, on the other hand, is. So if you're like me, and on occasion you like to drive without the box on the back, maybe for a short ride, by turning the key, you lift this one right off, and it pops right off just like the old system did using this here rack. This here box in turn can be carried inside to if you're traveling somewhere and used just like a suitcase. So this might be an option for somebody who has their box on and off a lot. In fact, it's a great option. Now there's one downside to this box, is that it does not have the struts on either side to support the top when you open it up. So if there's a gust of wind on the side of the road, this can come flipping down on you, which doesn't happen on the more expensive boxes. It also doesn't have any flocking on the inside, or a carpet, or a light. However, you can buy a liner for these, just like you can the other boxes, which basically does all that for you, with the exception of the light. It allows you to take the goodies on the inside and carry them into your house or to your hotel. So this here is a great option for somebody who wants something a little less expensive and a little easier to get off and on, a little lighter. Okay, still has the padding on the back for passenger rest, and still has very, very good build quality. Okay, out of pure interest's sake, I'm going to share with you the rekeying, or the keying actually, of this new top box. There's the part number I'm using, which is 51257698204. It's the same replacement kit that you use for all the modern top boxes, including the GT and GTL. And I'm going through the same steps that I've shown in my other video. But I get a lot of questions, personal questions and comments on the video. The main thing, which I'll remind everybody, is that you only use the first 6 slots when you're using this cylinder kit for a top box or side case. Now, some of the video here I've sped up to show you the installation, my process, and all that sort of thing. The reason you only use the 6 is that the 7th is used for an ignition switch, and the 8th slot, the farthest away from the plastic on the key, is used for the retention pin. So once you've marked the slots on the key, you pull it out of the cylinder and then trace down your numbers. So there's either 1, 2, or 3. 3 being the biggest gap away from center line and 1 being the closest to the center line. Both lines are traced down on the right side of the key. The even numbered slots are on the top, and the odd numbered slots, 1, 3, and 5, are on the bottom of the cutout of the key. Doing this is usually you require a set of tweezers in a bright, clean area, nice and quiet, because these tiny little springs tend to roll away. Now, I did this whole rekeying job, if you speed it up to full speed, in about 7 minutes for this cylinder, including the installation into the box. And I'm very slow. So some people get very good at this and they can rekey a whole bike very quickly, usually within an hour. But regardless, it's not challenging task at all, and you need no special tools. The kit itself cost me $33. As I separate out each tumbler, I come across the key retainer, which I slide along the top of my desk here, you'll see shortly. This retainer goes in the very last slot. And once again, that is the farthest slot away from the key plastic. That's the farthest one into the box. And the one behind that, the 7th slot, you leave empty. You must leave that empty. Now you can start either doing the even numbered slots or the odd numbered slots. It doesn't matter. But don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sequentially. Do 1, 3, and 5, then 2, 4, and 6. When you do, like I do, 2, 4, and 6, hold them in with your finger, flip the tumbler over, and then do 1, 3, and 5. Once you have 1 through 6 all in, put the key into the cylinder. It will hold all the tumblers in place. You can also check your work to make sure the cylinder is smooth. Once you have that smoothed, then you in turn put in the key retainer, because it can't be held in by the key. And you have to hold the tumbler up so it doesn't fall out. Once you get that U-shaped retainer into the cylinder, you just slide the cylinder into the top box and you're good to go. Turn the key and it locks itself in. In the inside of the top box, in the top of the picture, you can see what looks like a coin-turned cover, circular cover, tiny little coin-shaped cover. That is used to access the key removal pin if need be, and it is difficult to reach. You need to actually reach in down beside the cylinder with a probe of some sort to release the retainer. It's very difficult, but doable. Anyway, until next time,